about somebody who seems to have a little bit of difficulty with regards to how they interact with material goods. Meaning, this is somebody who doesn't ever seem to get enough. This is the Devil card, but it's materialism in this deck. And we have the Two of Pentacles, interestingly depicted with the Fool. So we have someone who is about to, or has been, risking their happiness because the only pursuit that they invest their time and energy into is that which amasses more goods or a better car or a bigger apartment or more money in the actual bank account. So it looks to me like we have a little bit of a Scrooge situation. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hello, Rachel. How you doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. We do have a members only live stream for the towers and the stars at 3 p.m. Central today. And also in that description box, you can find a link to my Etsy shop if you're interested in a homemade soy candle. Hello, do I say Mima? How are you doing? Let's dive in. We're going to go with the Pulp Tarot and see what else we have. Yeah, I think this reading is going to probably evoke more of that story, but we shall see. And God bless us, everyone. All right, what else do we have? Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups in the reverse, and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely somebody who cares a lot about money. They feel like money makes the world go round. Not so much with the fat bottom girls. The money, that's where it's at. Sorry, I had to make that joke. Look, this is somebody who, I think this is a family member who is a bit judgmental. This could be somebody who really wants to influence the decisions that you make pertaining to your own career, or this could be somebody who feels like you have to find a partner that is wealthy and nothing else will do. But they're willing to, this is not somebody who's like afraid of bribery, or like in the Notebook, there is a moment where they offer to pay him off, right? Like, go leave our daughter alone and go elsewhere. This could be a very manipulative person who, because they were able to make a lot of money, they feel like they can make everybody else's decisions for them. But we have this Wheel of Fortune. And with that Ace of Cups, it feels to me like there's something here to do with love. But I don't feel like it's their own relationship. I feel like it's, I can influence my son or daughter with regards to their own choices because that person's not good enough in my eyes. Hello, Gracie. How are you doing? Hello, AJ. Hello, Ashwini. Hello, Vaishal. How are you doing? I do personal questions at the end after the general reading, which would be in about 30 minutes, with priority to those who tip or donate. You can put your question in a super chat. Thank you, Gracie. Hello, Grimble. I'm sending you healing energy. Hello, Rhonda. How are you doing? Hey, AJ, stop asking me that. It doesn't matter, okay? Ashwini, if your super chat is not working, you can also donate or gift a membership to somebody else in the chat. Hello, Rob. How are you doing? We've got the High Priestess with the Hermit, and I feel like this is a positive influence. Somebody who is, how do I say this? Like, in all the fairy tales, there's like a nanny or a grandmother or I don't know, maybe a big brother. But there's always somebody that has some little wisdom to offer to kind of balance out the negativity from the individual who's overbearing, right? Specifically, I'm picturing like Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet and Julieta talking to the nanny, right? Because mom was just ridiculous. There's a balance here with somebody who is not materialistic, trying to influence the individual who is making a choice but feeling pressured by a materialistic, more than likely it's a parent, right? But it could be anyone of influence in this person's life. But it's like, do you really feel like the most important thing is money? Hello, Kay, how are you doing? Hello, Melissa. I hope you're having a good day. Let me add that for you. About going / not taking vacation. We'll dig into that for you, but Melissa, if you don't mind kind of clarifying that a little bit, I want to make sure that I have the right understanding. Hello, Rick, how are you doing? Hey, Oswego, I don't know what you're doing over there, but I don't really feel like it makes sense. So if you would like to make comments that are like, you know, words and stuff, that's cool, but don't spam. Thank you, Rachel. Hello, quadruple zero, nose zero. Or is it an O? That last one might be an O, actually. But hello, how are you doing? You've been warned, Oswego. All right, so we've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse, the Star, and another Two of Pentacles, like the first one. Thank you, Gracie. Let me add that for you. What does A, your coworker, think of you? I've added that for you. Thank you. So this Eight of Cups in the reverse is like, don't walk away from something that someone is telling you to walk away from. Because it does seem like this is a fated connection. F-A-T-E-D, just to be clear. But there's a decision, much like there was a decision in Romeo and Juliet, right? Are you going to go towards the person you love, even though your family is not supportive? But you do have someone here who supports you. I suppose I could also have cited, was it the priest who was supportive towards Romeo's character? Okay. See you later. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? What else do we have? Judgment. And the Six of Swords. I know that your family doesn't support your relationship, or I know that your mother feels like you need to be with somebody who makes more money, but money isn't the only thing necessary. Or your family might have a bit of a skewed perspective here. I feel like this is someone who's offering to help. Maybe you need to move out. Maybe you just need like a ride to the airport. But there is someone here who's saying money is not the most important thing. Hey, my parents. I've added that for you. Thank you, Gracie. I hope things improve for you, Melissa. Queen of Swords and the Two of Wands in the reverse. This seems to me like somebody is really thinking about whether or not they need to take the path that their family supports, or someone in particular and their family. And that could be choosing to deny a person they're in love with because of their money, or that could be like more like the Titanic, right? Where her mom was saying, you got to marry this dude that you don't like because money. Money is the only focus for the materialistic individual, the Nine of Cups. But this High Priestess Hermit is encouraging the star to make a choice based on a more comprehensive set of information versus just what is the bank account like? How much money do you have, right? Hello, Malakea. How are you doing? This is the Meta Muse. What else do we have? Thank you for liking and subscribing. That makes a big difference on my channel. Ooh, and I think I've pretty much decided 25,000 subscribers is a big deal. So when we get to 25,000, or close to, I should say, I'm going to make a post to announce a live stream that will be a very short general reading, and then I'm going to do free personal questions. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't do them all, so I'm going to have to pick and choose which ones, but I'm going to do freebies. Lots and lots of freebies. So it'll be, like I said, kind of an abbreviated general reading, just so that I can get some time to pick out some questions. And then I'll do a significant amount of free questions. I kind of want to just title it like, oops, all freebies, because I always think of Captain Crunch. But I want to give back. So that's what I'll be doing at 25,000. All right, so we've got the Chariot, the Princess or Page of Swords, and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Ooh, and also comment on the video if you want me to do, like, pull a couple of cards for each astrological sign versus a general read, and I might do that. It's just that it takes longer for me to go through all of them. This is someone who's saying, look, you can't marry that person. They don't make enough money. And there's conflicting advice here. Someone else is saying, just leave. You don't have to do what that person tells you to do. You don't have to marry someone for money, or you don't have to decline someone because they don't have, you know, that wealthy status. Hanged Man in the reverse and the Death card in the reverse. A little bit of stubborn energy. I know you don't want me to be with this person, or I know you think you know what's best for me, but maybe you don't. Hello, Dracula, what's up? Ooh, that's a good movie. Hello, meow cats. Rar. Tiffany, how are you doing? So we have the Emperor, Justice in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. The thing is, there are lots of things that can contribute to a relationship being successful or being a happy relationship. And while I think there are a lot of movies out there that make it clear financial stress can be the death knell for a relationship. This seems to be, because of the materialism, more so a, like, you have to be this rich in order to be with my, you know, son or daughter or whatever. They're not willing to look at the other factors that would make a happy relationship for their family member. And they're rigid in these beliefs. They're not willing to adjust those feelings. So with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, Justice in the reverse, I think we have someone deciding, like, screw you, I don't want to do what you say. I'm not going to make a choice based on your limited views, right? Hello, Matt. How's it going? There are a lot of miserable rich people in the world. It's true. The Hierophant and the King of Pentacles. If this is not like, this is the person you need to marry because they're rich, do it. Or I know you love that person who doesn't make any money, but I'm going to set you up with this person who has a bunch of money, then it's something very close to that. Because it feels to me like there is pressure to see money as the most important attribute that a prospective suitor could have. And the star is looking at it like, I don't know, man. This seems a little short-sighted. Is it important? Maybe. But, like, is it the most important thing? I don't think so. Because right now it's showing that the younger individual has more wisdom, is more understanding of what makes a, you know, complete person, what makes a happy relationship. So maybe it makes things a little bit more difficult. Maybe you're going to disown me, but I don't want your life. I don't want to do things the way that you've chosen to do. So we might have an individual deciding to leave. We might have someone deciding, yeah, I mean, that's you, that's your choice, that's cool, but like, that's not how I'm going to choose my partner. I want to actually love the person that I'm with. So if that's enough for you to, you know, disown me or write me out of the will or pretend you don't know me, then so be it. But I don't think that money is the, like, most important foundation on which to build a happy relationship. I think there has to be more than that. I think there has to be something, you know, spiritual. Ooh, sorry. I just remembered I saged a new one. This is the Cagliostro Tarot. I'm very excited about it. Here's the back of the cards. Hello, Rebecca. How are you doing today? We have the World. I think I had to cover up the body. He's a little more realistic than some of the others. And we have a Knight of Spades, which is the Knight of Swords. Ooh. I didn't know this. It's associated with the 1st through the 6th of March. And guess what? That's like when my birthday is. This is not about me, though. It's okay. Knight of Swords with the World. And it's interesting because It just feels to me like she's about to embark on a journey. And normally I see the world as like there's something ending here, right? Completion. But that Knight of Swords has this like sense of urgency. Somebody who would be an adventurer. So, okay, I don't follow your rules. I don't agree with you in terms of how to make a choice in my romantic life. I guess I'm going to have to like set out on my own. You want to kick me out? Okay, I guess I'll go do something different. That sounds like a good way to do it, Matt. Although I have taken to referring to them as medium foot. I don't know why. I started doing it a few years ago. I even made like a little drawing. But there are like lots of properties in Tennessee that have like a wood cutout of Bigfoot. Again, I call them medium foot. Rachel, I would take that as a compliment because that probably means that you could like crack the whip, right? Hello, Adiloon, how are you doing? We've got, ooh, the Five of Wands. Obstacles, but they are surmountable. And the King of Diamonds, which would be the King of Pentacles. Rich, powerful man. Let's keep in mind, does not have to be a man, but I think there is a decent chance that we have someone who is very fixated on the financials. I feel like you need to be wealthy before you can be the suitor of my adult child, right? Like, I'm not going to support your relationship or, you know, pay for the wedding or whatever. Unless you got some dollars. Lots of dollars. To make you holla. Maybe there is an opportunity to save up some money. Maybe there is a friend in another city. But I see the star individual, the one who is, you know, making this decision in love, basically saying, so be it. I'm going to do something different. This Three of Swords has departure on it. I'm not like you. I'm not going to live my life the same way because I feel like there is unhappiness in the union that created this person. You married for money, and where did it get you? You're hateful and angry all the time. That's the energy coming through. It's like, I don't want to do what you've done. You might think it's the best thing ever, but like, you don't even like people. You're just, you spend all day in your shoe closet, but is that really happiness? Hello, Earth Angel. How are you doing? What else do we have? Wealth in the reverse. Indignation. Eight of Pentacles. Future earnings. Four of Wands in the reverse. Providence. I know you want me to marry somebody who is already rich, but I have faith in my ability to be successful and create the life that I want, but also not have to be beholden to somebody else. It's feeling a little bit more like there is some expectation here that you should be with somebody who comes with a dowry, or you should be marrying a person who has a bunch of money in the bank to take care of you. This is like, that's how you start the relationship, is knowing that the finances are already taken care of. Nope, I'm going to go live my own life. I don't want to prioritize those things. I want to feel love for the person that I marry. Maybe the star already has somebody in mind. But we have Death and Temperance in the reverse. I don't like that person. They smell a little funny. They might have a lot of money, but they smell funny. That's not necessarily true, but it's like, nope, I don't like that person. Maybe they have money, but that's like all they got. Hello, Shahista, how are you doing? Yes, thank you for liking the video. That means a lot to me. So, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, rejection of family. Disagreement. Leaving. Knight of Wands. I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to live the life that you want me to choose. I have free will, and I want to live my life in a way that I'm not questioning whether or not I'm with somebody that hates me. I want to actually have that romantic connection with the person that I marry. Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Tower in the reverse. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So, you know, ostracize me or kick me out if you want. You're not going to change my opinion. I know I want more than just a nice shoe closet, or I want more than expensive purses. I want to feel a love for my person. Thank you, Melissa. I'm going to add that to your first one. Will Joe start to think positive about me soon? I've added that for you. I think that's a good comment. McMac says self-love is the first step, and I agree. This is someone, I think the person I'm reading for does have self-love, because they're not just, you know, giving in to somebody else's demands. They're saying, I want something real. So they respect themselves enough to let go of the family ties or choose something that they actually want versus following orders. But yes, loving yourself and feeling deserving of that love is important. So there's an announcement. Why do I feel like this is someone who's trying to say, you're going to marry this person. I know you want to marry this person. And the star is saying, nope, I'm like literally leaving the state. I'm leaving the country. I'm moving, 1,000 miles away because I don't want to live the life that you feel I need to choose. No, thank you. This is the Energy Oracle. Angel of Balance. Blossoming abundance. See, the thing is, the star is beautiful healing energy and draws people in. They may also be very attractive. If this is your reading, you are likely the star. You may also be the High Priestess Hermit energy, who is giving advice to, do what makes the heart sing, as opposed to guarantees you a really expensive house. So we have Angel of Balance and Blossoming Abundance, indicating that when you leave the love that is not right for you, then it's like the world provides. The universe says, well done. You have chosen the right path for you, so we're going to make sure that the finances follow. We're going to make sure that you meet the right people so that you can get paid. Hello, Mac. How are you doing? Thank you, Gracie. What does Jay's cousin and aunt think of me? I've added that for you. Yeah, door to value. I see this as someone saying, I don't need your money. I don't need your, like, trying to make decisions for me. This is like, I'll choose my own life and I'll be able to get my, like, what I want. Oh my. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Dracula. Is she happy? And Flower, how are you doing today? A baby raven. Oh, that's surely a good sign. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. They're so, like, fragile when they're little. Is it heart failure? You're so kind to animals. I love that. You're like Snow White. Spiritual meaning. Check up on Lucas. And yeah, sometimes those feelings get stronger in absentia, right? Or with that distance. Oh, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day as well, Earth Angel. Yeah, of course, Flower, I got you. It's the return of Pokito. Silverback gorillas, they do matter, that's true. Are you saying Flower needs to take care of them? All right, this is the Romance Angel Oracle. So whoever is this star energy, they're choosing the love they want for themselves, not following the orders of a family member who feels like money needs to be the priority. And after they make that choice to follow their heart, it's like the universe is patting them on the back and saying, cool, we're going to make sure that you got that money thing figured out because you chose the right thing. So that money it's like confirmation that they've made the right choice. Hello, Ymir, how are you doing? Poquito, that's what we've been encouraging the whole time. You're welcome to be here. Just do not say things that are like possessive or disrespectful towards me. That's all. We want to see you in here. Just like respectful. That's all. All right. What else do we have? And then we're going to start the personal questions. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Because you want more than money. You don't just want somebody who pays bills and provides a place for you to live or comes with, you know, a certain status within the community. You care about the spiritual connection. You know that it's important to feel an actual like love for this person, not just like some kind of codependent energy, right? Hello, Shananda. How are you doing? Hello, Joao. Thank you for being a member. If you donate a membership to someone else, then I will pull cards for you. Or if you do a super chat. But generally speaking, Joe, I don't do that for renewing your own membership because you do get contact for that. Oh, and we do, if you're, oh, you're in the chariots, never mind. If you upgraded to the stars, you would also be able to join the live stream later today. Aw, I hope that's a good thing, Gracie, but I know sometimes it can be a little bit rough. So we have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So whoever I'm reading for, you may already know who you would choose. And that person may have been, you know, rejected by your family, or your family may have made it clear they would reject somebody like that. But your ability to heal from those family issues and still choose the love that you want, the universe shows its support for it. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. What you want is to actually feel that love with somebody, not just thank you for buying me, you know, nice shoes or a place to live. All right, we're going to dive into the personal questions. Let's start with, this is the beginner's tarot. So we've got Melissa, and then Gracie, and then Dracula, and then Flower. So for Melissa, we have, was Joe lying about not taking vacation? Was Joe lying about not taking vacation? He was lying. He is hiding something. But I do feel like you're also going to get some information. He was saying he didn't take a vacation for Christmas. Okay. Yeah. He hid something. He needed time to himself. Was this like a staycation? Yes. Was he by himself? Most of it. I'm not getting like I went on some like prolonged date with someone. I'm getting like I need time to myself. Because of the sun in the reverse, there was some depression energy here. But I feel like you're going to get more information on what actually happened. Is this because she asks him? Yes. Your timing is the most important thing. If you ask like first thing in the morning, you're not going to get any information. I'm trying to think about whether or not to say something. F it, I'm just going to say it. If you have relations, ask immediately after. I feel like you're going to get more information, but everything is dependent upon whether or not you ask your question in the right time. So if you choose the right time to ask, then you get the honest response. All right, so will Joe start to think positive about me soon? For Melissa. Yes. I see, I don't remember where I'm getting this. A war in his mind. I feel like that's from a song. I want to say it's Fiona Apple, but I feel like that's wrong. Look, I think this is someone who's very upset. And you might attribute that sadness or frustration or irritation to yourself too easily. I think this is someone who would like to talk about what's going on, but feels like they can't. Self-created boundaries, new perspective. Eight of Swords in the reverse is a beautiful card because it's somebody removing the blindfold. So the issue here is less about disliking you or being angry with you and dealing with something internally but not really knowing how to deal with that. Boquito, what's your issue? Goodness. You got real close to it, Boquito, but then you still lost it. Why are you saying geez? I'm telling you what he was hiding. Melissa, what he's hiding is he's unhappy. But I think you think it is exclusively because of you. It's deeper than that. This is like, I feel like I can't be honest about why I'm upset. I feel like I cannot be vulnerable. So we have insecurity. Don't ask me about that. This is like, I know that I need to work on things because it impacts my relationship with you, but I don't feel comfortable. So if there is an opportunity for you to get therapy together, or maybe with somebody different, then do that. But I feel like the connection between the two of you is strained because of an independent, like, I have issues with myself. Yeah, I think that is heartbreaking, but it's because of something with himself, right? Hello, Redbeard. How are you doing today? So there's going to be a shift, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with feeling like there is like he doesn't feel comfortable talking to you about what is in his mind. So the approach that you take may be a little bit overwhelming for him, or the assumptions that you make may cause him to shut down. So timing is important, and how you approach it is important. I wish you luck, Melissa. I'm rooting for you all. I think there is like a deeper well here than you're imagining, or it's not, like it goes beyond when you two knew each other. Thank you, Joao. Does Raquel see me as just a friend? Yes, I think Rachel has a point for Melissa there. So Raquel is inconsistent with that energy. Okay. I've added that for you, Joao. Let's see what we've got for Gracie. What does coworker with the initial A think about Gracie, please? There's a lack of trust here. Lovers in the reverse, Seven of Swords, Hermit in the reverse. There is a bias against you from your coworker. Someone, this person doubts your abilities. Why the Two of Cups? This is like feeling that you have favoritism on your side. Like there could be an assumption that you got your job because you're good looking, or because you are well connected, or you are, related to this person. But this is like, I don't feel like you are here for the right reason, or I don't feel like you do what you're supposed to do. Nine of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who is quick to make assumptions and play the victim. I don't feel like this person is fair towards you. And I feel like there's something to do with family here. Oh, I hope you get to do that, Joe. I would agree. We will see. Are Gracie's parents aware of the relationships that Gracie has had? No. It's like a little bit of denial. I feel like there would be temptation. I feel like you would be like interested, but I feel like you would draw back. So it's kind of like they're unwilling to see that particular side of you. Maybe they really want to feel like you're innocent and like naive in that regard. If they were to know, they would probably try to like come in between the two of you. They want you focused on other things. Or is this somebody... I feel like this is like willful ignorance. Like I just don't want to know about that. Hey, Moonlighter, you're welcome to have the beliefs that you have, but if you're in here to tell people that, fire and brimstone type stuff, you're going to get blocked, just to let you know, okay? And what does Jay's cousin think of Gracie? This is someone who feels like you get, how do I say this? Is this like, your cousin feels like you get what you want, even if it's not earned. So there's like a undertone of feeling like you're spoiled or selfish. With that Four of Pentacles, it's like, you had a better toy than me, you wouldn't let me play with it kind of thing, right? Your cousin feels like you're unfair. Is the cousin the unfair one? Your cousin is the unfair one. So a little bit of projection here from your cousin, perhaps. And what about the aunt? What does Gracie's aunt think of Gracie? Your aunt likes you or loves you. And I feel like is a little bit blinded to how other people treat you. But your aunt sees a little bit of like herself in you. This could be, if this is your cousin's mom, this could be why the cousin feels the way. Ooh. Yeah, no, I'm pulling on your family. Let me just see. Is this actually Jay's aunt and cousin? No. So this is pulling on your family. But we are getting to the bottom of this tarot deck. What does Jay's cousin feel for Gracie? Jay's cousin feels like you were mistreated in the breakup. Jay's cousin likes you. But it's like, if that relationship is over, then I guess I have to be like kind of distant, right? And what about Jay's aunt? That's interesting. You get the 10 of Cups for both the aunts. That's interesting. I feel like Jay's family likes you. Yeah, we have Empress, 7 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. So does Jay's aunt think that there's still more to this romance? No, but feels like you were a good person. So I think you had the stamp of approval from the cousin and the aunt, even if it had been a little bit like kind of hesitant or reserved, right? But then it's like, well, now that your relationship is over, I don't feel like I can like say hi to you, right? I feel like I have to keep a distance. All right. Let's see what we have for Dracula. We've got, is she happy? No. Queen of Wands, King of Cups, 7 of Wands. This is like, I feel like it's not satiated. I'm not getting what I want. So it's like, with this King of Cups, 7 of Wands, I'm gearing up to take action. I do feel like there is a more balanced energy here than you might expect. Queen of Swords, like the words are going to be more like tempered. And with the 2 of Swords, like I could choose to be a little bit difficult, but instead I choose to be kind. So I see somebody who is a little bit frustrated or limited, wanting more or wanting to manifest more, and taking like the high road or a mature approach to communicating, this is what I want, this is what I need. And that might be surprising. Two of Cups in the reverse and Judgment in the reverse. Like a bit of regret. Maybe I flew off the handle, maybe I lost my temper, but I should like calm down a little bit kind of thing. Joao, nope, we are on Dracula, we've got Flower, and then it would be your question. Let me add that for you, Flower. Is there anything I need to do? Guidance to continue growing. big shift. I've added that for you. Thank you, Flower. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing today? Have I cleared enough karma? I've added that for you. Thank you. Let's see what we've got for Flower. We're going to use the Golden Art Nouveau. Hello, Cohen. How are you doing? Was I too busy looking at the... Oop. Sorry, Gracie. Let's see. What does Jay's sister think of me? I've added that. Thank you, Gracie. So for Flower, we've got the baby raven. That's it. Hello, Joey. How are you doing? Hello, Kathy. I hope you're having a good day. All right, so give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Was the death of the baby raven heart failure? Yes. But it appreciates the care that you gave it. Like, it's literally... I mean, it's not a raven, but it's a bird. And you have some good karma for the way you treat animals. I love that. What is the spiritual meaning behind this? That even when you are faced with things that end before you want them to, or situations that you have no control over, you are still showing that loving energy. This is reminding you to show that loving energy to yourself, even if things are difficult, or even if you feel silly for how things have gone. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse and the Queen of Wands in the reverse with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And to love something is to let it go. And what about the energy check-in with Lucas? What's going on with Lucas right now? Six of Swords, Magician in the reverse, Death in the reverse, Ten of Swords, and Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Feeling like there's nothing I can do. I want to make things better, but I feel like no matter what I do, I'm going to like lose this or mess this up. So is this sadness over? Yeah. There's sadness and frustration over the connection with you. Like I don't have the right words, or I don't know if I trust myself to approach this the right way. I think he has a tendency to believe that he will always mess things up. And I do feel like there's something prior to encountering you that had led to some depression in his life. Is there anything... Well, let me just ask, is there going to be a shift in this energy? There is. So he's working on healing something. Send him healing energy. Wish him, recovery and happy days. but I do feel like this has kind of like colored the interaction with you because it's hard to see the happiness through what he's dealing with. So there's going to be a shift in terms of how he interacts with you once he gets through and processes this heavy energy he's dealing with. And you may be a catalyst for him to finally take that on. Is there anything that flower needs to do with regards to growth? You're already doing it, so keep on keeping on. You're like mid-progress or mid-process on that. But I do see there being a big shift coming your way. Introspection, time alone, processing your thoughts. I feel like you need to write something down. But it's like you're already on there, that path. Page of Swords. Yeah, it's like you're understanding yourself and how to like navigate difficult waters because you are grounding yourself. I feel like you take a lot of really healing steps naturally. So you feel pulled in the direction you need to go. So your intuition is improving. I'm proud of you. All right, let's see what we've got for Joao. Where did I put that? There we go. This is the Spellcaster's Tarot. Does Raquel see Joao as just a friend? She's had inconsistent energy. So does Raquel see Joao just as a friend? Really? You won't give me a yes, but it's the Lover's card? I don't like this. So this is like, I see you as just a friend for now. And then if I feel like it, if I feel like I need your energy, then I pull back that romantic energy. And the Two of Cups. Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Lovers. This is fear of love. So I love you. I see a future with you. But it's like I'm juggling two different energies within myself. So is this because there is a desire to be solitary or single? This is avoidant energy. I feel something real, I run away. I feel alone, I run back. I feel something real, I find a way to ruin it. I don't realize how terrified I am of the Four of Wands, of fully committing myself to someone. So is this rooted in like insecurity? Yes. Unfortunately, there is something that happened for Raquel at a younger age that caused issues as far as confidence and feeling worthy of love. But it wavers, it's very inconsistent. So it's like I'm going to invest and build in something, but I expect it to be like a sandcastle. Sooner or later, the waves are going to come in and take it from me. So I pull something in and then I throw it away. I pull something in and then I throw it away. But there's love here. The issue is I don't know how to consistently give to a situation. So the like longevity is the issue. Is she working on this? She is working on this. Working to heal from this. Yes, Eight of Pentacles. So patience, I suppose, is required. But right now, yes, you are like in the friend zone, and she's working on trying to be more consistent with that. It's a matter of feeling like I'm going to ruin it, feeling like something is going to happen to ruin it. So I don't want to feel like I'm waiting for it to ruin or be ruined. I would say give her some space. Let her figure this out. And hopefully she does. All right, this is the Graffiti Tarot. We've got Rachel up next. Have I cleared enough karma? Thank you, Flower. How emotionally secure and healed am I? Oh, you're so sweet. I've added that for you. Thank you, Flower. Has Rachel cleared enough karma? Yes. This is not the only karma that needs to be cleared, but you have... So we have 3 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. What I see is that you have distanced yourself from energies that no longer serve you and protected yourself against the betrayals. But you have also worked on yourself. There is more yet with regards to how you look at yourself. Like, what I'm hearing is, I'm just a sunflower. Or I'm just a dandelion. You know, how do we decipher, how do we choose what a weed is and what is not a weed? There's something about fully appreciating the beauty that you possess, especially from an inner standpoint. The amount of like positivity you've sprinkled on others. Because there are people who say negative things about you, it may kind of undercut what is true about your energy. So yes, there is karma that you've had to deal with, and I feel like you have given back to others, but also been betrayed by many of those individuals. But the positive impact remains, right? So you're beautiful, but not in that like objectified way, right? Maybe also that. But this is saying you have this light that you shine for others. We have the sunshine here in the Ace of Swords. You help people gain access to their truth, even if it's painful for you or for them. And this is encouraging you to blaze a new path. I'm seeing somebody walk through a field where the grass is not yet trampled. You know, like touching the flowers or the weeds as they walk along. You have a very strong connection with nature, and that is your power. There is a loss coming to you in the future that is not as heavy as you expect it might be, because it makes space for something else in your life. It's somebody who is not right for you, but you are crossing or have crossed their path because you send them in the right direction. So the way I'm seeing it is you're like a very beautiful dress that people rent from one of those like online things. Like, okay, you can wear this dress for like a month. It'll make you feel spectacular, but it's not yours to keep. There are people in your life who you grace their, life for a short amount of time because that's how it's supposed to be. They can't handle holding on to that. They don't have enough events to wear that beautiful dress to constantly, right? But there's also a lot of, it's like there's a lack of appreciation for you. That's their loss. But you still have the good karma from doing what you did in their life, right? Yes, that's what I was waiting to see. I knew we'd see the Wheel of Fortune. There is a loss in your social circle that is like a predecessor to a huge gain in your social circle. You lose someone who is not really, like they don't have your back, but you gain your soul tribe. So it might be the last person to make you feel rejected in a particular location or social group that motivates you to go somewhere else, and then you find your tribe. You find the people that you're supposed to be around. So you've got new friends coming your way. Friends who understand you with that sunshine at the top. So we have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you're going to move, or you're going to find a different place to feel accepted, and you meet new friends, plural. It's not just one. So I love that. But yes, the answer is yes. All right, let's see what we've got for Gracie, and then we've got Flower. What does Jay's sister think of Gracie? Ten of Swords, Two of Cups in the reverse, Strength, and Page of Swords. This is like, I'm sorry things didn't work out better between you and Jay, but I feel like you are a strong person and you will get through it. There's something that you said to Jay that did not sit well with Jay and was probably critical, but his sister agrees. So this is like, I know that we probably won't have much to do with each other, but I wish you well. So there's a respect, but it's a cold, like distant respect. Like I gotta be over here. I can't talk to you, but I hope that things go well for you. And like a little bit of like a, and thank you for saying that. Like you taught him something, hopefully. But I have to be like, you know, aligned with my family. So almost like a, I wish we could be friends, but I guess we can't. So I feel like there's a subtle love for you there. Yeah, is everything okay, Earth Angel? If you all could send some healing energy towards Earth Angel, I would appreciate that. For Flower, how emotionally secure and healed am I? We have the Queen of Wands, 10 of Wands, and the Devil in the reverse. You've let go of a lot of what you needed to let go of, and your manifestation powers are very strong at this time. There's a lot of like closure energy here. You are not yet at the finish line. 6 of Wands in the reverse. Be careful not to get distracted. There is a big shift coming to you. We have the Ace of Wands and the Tower. So you've made a lot of progress. I would venture to say that you are further down that path than most people your age, but there is more work to be done. Three of Cups in the reverse. When you are solitary, things are clear to you. Your intuition is stronger when that is out, right? So it's like an 8 out of 10. You're very, very healed. There's more yet to do. But keep on making the right decisions based on your intuition. It's very strong. We have the Hierophant and the Two of Pentacles. The other thing really helps is that you are working to balance that masculine and feminine energy within you so that you have the ability to draw on what is like appropriate for that particular situation. So that's a pretty good answer. I would say it's like a B plus. Maybe like A minus, but you're making great progress and you are a blessing on other people's lives. So, all right, I gotta go eat some food. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for being so kind to each other in the live chat. That means a lot to me, and